So, you've signed up for a flight longer than most celebrity marriages. Destination, New Zealand. You're about to cross hemispheres, time zones, and maybe even your own patience threshold, all for a place that seems impossibly far away on the map. Why? Maybe it's the movie sets, the bungee jumps, or just the thrill of the unknown. Maybe you're chasing the promise of adventure, or the hope of finding something you can't quite name. But deep down, you're chasing something real. A land that feels alive, where mountains whisper and forests keep ancient secrets. It's a place where the landscape itself seems to breathe, and every sunrise feels like a new beginning. You could be on a Mediterranean beach, but you chose a 20-hour flight and a seatmate who snores like a chainsaw. You endure cramped legs, questionable airplane meals, and the endless drone of engines, all for a shot at something extraordinary. New Zealand isn't just a destination, it's a test of patience and a leap into the wild. It's a place that asks you to leave comfort behind and embrace the unknown. The journey here filters out the faint of heart. Only those willing to go the distance, to push through fatigue and uncertainty, get to see what lies at the end of the world. But when you finally breathe that crisp, rain-scented air, you understand, this is a different world. The air itself feels cleaner, charged with possibility. The landscapes aren't just Instagram backdrops, they're living characters in a story older than memory. Every view is a reminder that nature here is both beautiful and untamed. Here, every river has a name, every mountain a soul, every forest a story. The land is woven with legends, and you're invited to listen. Welcome, you made it. Now the real adventure begins. The journey was just the prologue. This isn't just about stunning views or physical feats. It's about discovering a place that challenges you to see the world, and yourself, differently. It's about stepping into Maori culture, where land and spirit are inseparable. Here, every step is a connection to something deeper. Forget what you know about travel. This is about listening to the land, not just looking at it. It's about slowing down, tuning in, and letting the wild teach you. If you're lucky, it might just speak back. Lace up your boots. It's time to walk. The real journey is only just beginning. The real prize isn't a tan or a souvenir, it's something you carry home inside you. It's the chance to stand in the shadow of giants and maybe learn something important, to feel small and yet more alive than ever. This is a pilgrimage, not a vacation. It's a journey that changes you if you let it. The land demands your respect, and a good pair of waterproof trousers. Let's begin. In New Zealand, land isn't just property, it's an ancestor, a living being. The connection between people and place runs deep, shaping every aspect of life and culture. For Maori, the concept of whenua means both land and placenta, the earth that nourishes you, as vital as the organ that sustained you before birth. This bond is not just symbolic, it's a living relationship, honored through daily actions and rituals. When Maori introduce themselves, they name their mountain, river, canoe, and tribe, rooting identity in the land itself. These introductions are more than tradition, they are a declaration of belonging, a way to honor the ancestors and the natural world. Their ancestors are the mountains, their lifeblood is the river. Every feature of the landscape holds a story, a memory, a connection to those who came before. The forests belong to Tene Mahuta, the god who separated earth and sky. Walking among these ancient trees is like stepping into a living myth, where every leaf and branch is sacred. Rivers and lakes are the tears and pathways of ancient spirits. Waterways are revered as carriers of life and memory, linking the past to the present. These aren't fairy tales, they're a guide for living with respect and reciprocity. The stories teach how to care for the land, and how the land in turn cares for you. Kaitiakitanga, or guardianship, is a sacred duty. You care for the land, and it cares for you. This responsibility is passed down through generations, shaping the way people interact with nature. Hiking here isn't just exercise, it's entering a cathedral, a sacred home. Every step is a reminder to move gently, to listen, and to honor the spirits that dwell here. You're a guest on ancient ground, where the physical and spiritual are deeply intertwined. The land remembers every footstep, every word spoken in its presence. Understanding this is the first step to truly experiencing Aotearoa. It's about seeing with new eyes, and feeling with an open heart. It's the difference between being a tourist and a traveler. One simply passes through, the other forms a relationship with the land and its people. The most beautiful thing here isn't just a view, it's the meaning behind it. Walk with respect, and you'll discover a deeper connection to this extraordinary place. Elsewhere, a mountain is just geology. In New Zealand, it's an ancestor, a tupuna, alive with mana. Take Mount Taranaki. Legend says he fled west in heartbreak, carving rivers with his tears. Or Araki, the highest peak, once a young god, now stone, alongside his brothers as the Southern Alps. These stories aren't just entertainment. They're living history, mapping the land with memory and meaning. Climbing these mountains is a spiritual act, not just a physical one. For Maori, the summit is the head of the ancestor, sacred, not to be conquered. Some places are more than a bucket list tick, they're family. The land teaches values, explains nature, and connects people to place. When you stand before these peaks, you're in the presence of chiefs and guardians. Respect is everything. The mountains watch over the land and its people. Here, every step is a conversation with the past. Walk humbly. The Tongariro Alpine Crossing, one of the world's best hikes and the real-life stand-in for Mordor. But this isn't a movie set. It's a sacred volcanic landscape demanding respect. The mountains, Tongariro, Ngaruho, Ruapahu, are ancestors and warriors in Maori lore. Ngaruho, known to film fans as Mount Doom, is especially sacred. As you climb, remember, you're on the back of an ancestor. The Emerald Lakes are stunning, and tapu, or sacred. No swimming, no selfies in the water. The land here is powerful and unpredictable. Weather can turn in an instant. Every year, unprepared tourists learn this the hard way. The mountain doesn't care about your movie fantasies, it demands humility and preparation. Show respect by being ready, not reckless. This is a place for awe, not for foolishness. Don't be the headline for all the wrong reasons. New Zealand's Great Walks aren't just scenic trails, they're ancient Maori routes, walked for centuries for trade and spiritual connection. The Milford Track, through Fiordland, follows the path of creation myths, where gods carved the land. Walking here, you witness the handiwork of deities, not just nature. The track was used to gather punamu, greenstone of immense cultural value. The Abel Tasman Coast Track, with its golden bays, is layered with Maori history and early encounters with Europeans. Every point has a name, every island a story. To truly experience these walks, look beyond the views, feel the history under your feet. Imagine those who walked here before you for survival and connection. It transforms a hike into a pilgrimage. The land is alive with stories. Walk slowly, listen deeply. Connect with the human story woven into the wild. This is more than a walk, it's a journey through time. Americans, we love your energy, but New Zealand values humility and understatement. It's a place where actions speak louder than words, and where blending in is often more appreciated than standing out. Here, loud enthusiasm can feel out of place. The natural world is cherished, and so is the peace that comes with it. Let the landscape do the talking. First rule, this isn't Disneyland. These are living places, not theme parks, and they deserve your respect. The haka isn't a show, it's a powerful spiritual challenge. It's a tradition that carries deep meaning for the Maori people. Don't film it on your iPad or shout awesome. Show respect. Sometimes the best way to honor a moment is to simply be present. Maori carvings aren't decorations, they're ancestors. Each carving tells a story and connects the present to the past. Don't touch or lean on them for selfies. Treat these sacred objects as you would a cherished family heirloom. That greenstone on the beach? It's not a souvenir, it's a taonga, a treasure belonging to the local IWI. Taking it is taking from the community. Leave no trace isn't just a slogan, it's a way of life. The land is cared for by everyone who visits. Pack out what you pack in. Even the smallest bit of rubbish matters in a place this pristine. Don't feed the kia, no matter how charming they are. Human food harms wildlife and disrupts the balance of nature. Arrive as a guest, not a consumer. You're entering someone else's home and history. Ask questions, listen more than you talk, and acknowledge the deep history here. Curiosity is welcome, but so is humility. It's not about walking on eggshells, just basic decency. A little awareness goes a long way. Show humility, and you'll be welcomed warmly. Kiwis appreciate genuine respect and openness. Respect the land, the culture, and the people. Every step you take is on someone's story. The best experiences come from curiosity and care. When you give, you receive so much more in return. New Zealand will open up to you, quietly but generously. Be a good guest, and you'll find the real magic here. The land is a gift, not a playground. Travel with respect, and you'll leave with memories that last a lifetime. Te Reo Maori is beautiful, poetic, and tricky for English speakers. Place names may look intimidating, but making an effort to pronounce them is a huge sign of respect. The H is pronounced like an F, so Wakapapa is Whakapapa, not Wakapapa. Pronounce every vowel. Taupo is Taupo, not Taupo. Wakapapa means genealogy, your connection to ancestors, land, and the universe. Yes, it sounds funny to some, but resist the urge to giggle. This word is sacred, not a punchline. No one expects fluency, just sincerity. A clumsy attempt is better than arrogant mispronunciation. Listen to locals, ask for help, and try your best. Kia ora, how do I say this? That humility is appreciated. It builds bridges, not barriers. The effort says, I respect you and your culture. Language is connection. Be brave, be respectful. Give it a go. Think you know New Zealand? Think again. Before humans, it was a land of birds. No native land mammals, except bats. The kiwi lays an egg so big, it's like a human giving birth to a 4-year-old. The key, the world's only alpine parrot, is a feathered troublemaker, smart, curious, and notorious for mischief. New Zealand isn't tiny. It's over 1,600 kilometers long, as big as the US West Coast. You can surf in the morning and ski in the afternoon. It's a world in one country, packed with diversity. The hangi, a traditional Maori greeting, is a nose and forehead press, sharing the breath of life. It's not a sniff or a headbutt, but a moment of connection. Here, connection is everything, to land, to people, to the past. The wild spirit of the land is alive in its creatures and customs. Expect the unexpected. New Zealand is full of surprises. Embrace them. You've walked sacred trails, stood in the breath of the gods, and maybe even pronounced Wakapapa right. What do you take home besides muddy boots and a full camera roll? The real souvenir is awe and a sense of connection. The Maori lesson. We're not separate from the world, but part of it. The mountain is your ancestor, the river your lifeblood, the forest your guardian. Respect opens doors to deeper experiences. You move from observer to participant, from holidaymaker to pilgrim. This kind of travel can change you if you let it. Travel with open eyes, ears, and heart. Be humble, be curious, be a good guest. The most valuable things you find aren't things, they're perspectives. Kaitiakitanga, guardianship, is a gift the world needs. We don't own the world, we care for it for those who come after. Pack that wisdom. It weighs nothing, but it's priceless.